Hello, my fellow countrymen. I'm going to talk this time on drug, but before I go further, please can you join me to look at the video I'm about to put on for you.
All right, today let's talk about ice. And no, I'm not talking about the ice in your freezer. I'm sure you know that by now, Africa, especially Nigeria, has a huge drug abuse problem. And the United Nations has indicated that about 14.3 million Nigerians aged between 15 to 64 years are abusing drugs. And one of the drugs I must warn you about today is ice. Ice or crystal methamphetamine is a stimulant drug that looks like clear crystals or chunks of ice. It can also be presented as white or brownish crystalline powders said to have a very strong smell and very bitter taste. Now, it is very common with many people swallowing, injecting, or smoking it using glass tubes which they burn with lighters. Anyway, what I have to tell you is that on any level, ice is not safe. Ice is incredibly addictive and it can transform a person's physical and social life negatively in a matter of months. Now, injecting this drug increases the risk of tetanus, infections, and vein damage. And if you by any chance share a needle with other people, it can also increase your risk of contacting hepatitis B, C, or even HIV. Plus, excessive use of this substance can lead to breathing issues, increased heartbeat, extreme agitation, and confusion. And in extreme cases, this hard drug can lead to seizures, unconsciousness, stroke, heart attack, and death. The first thing this drug does is to get you hooked. And when you are hooked, it starts leading to heart and kidney problems. Then you also become much more dependent on the drug, which affects your financial and social life. Eventually, ice addicts develop ice psychosis, a psychological condition marked by paranoid delusions and hallucinations. And this fuels their anxiety, encouraging aggressive and violent behavior. As we speak, a lot of people are getting hooked to this powerful addictive drug and they don't know what they are getting into, but you don't have to be a part of it. In fact, you can help reverse this trend by making sure people don't even get hooked to this drug in the first place. But all you need to do is to make sure that you share this video with them so that they know the dangers before they get hooked.
Yo, I'm at this so Simon, I don't take out. I don't tell you. Yeah, the cushion on all the others. Yes, I don't black people. Law 5. Simon, I don't tell you. I don't tell you. Yeah. Simon.
Yes, I decided to speak on this issue of menace of drug among our children these days. It's becoming very, very worrisome. It's not a good sight to see. Is it because they are frustrated, they don't have a job? Is it because they are not happy with the situation on ground? I have not really found the actual reason why the youth of today are heavily into drug. Even if they are frustrated with the situation on ground, no job, no means of good livelihood, it's not enough for anybody to go into drug, because drug business is not a cheap business. I don't want to mention a name, but there's a case VDM is investigating. In one of the chats, somebody mentioned that the artist in question is into drug, that he spent as much as 200,000 to buy drug every day. You know how much that is? I don't want to mention name. Going into drug business is not a cheap business. You have to spend so much money to buy it. They are all expenses. It's not cheap. So you begin to wonder, somebody who does not have means of livelihood into drug, how does he get the money to buy it? That is why you see the rate of crime so high today, because some of them have to go into robbery, into kidnapping, into ritual activities, so they can get enough money to buy drugs. If you are poor, you don't have source of getting money, it's difficult for you to go into drug. If you are into illicit drug business, you must be into negative things. Either you are into robbery, kidnapping, ritual activities, killing, yahoo, so many vices. Anybody you see within these things I've mentioned, check them very well. One way or the other, they're into drug. Hemp is even like a small child. You hear cloud, you hear loud, you hear colos. I can't even remember the useless names they mention. You begin to wonder, what is the benefit of this? If I don't know if they are really aware of those that have died in the course of taking excess drug. Some big stars, global stars we know, died as a result of drug. The likes of Whitney Houston died of drug. You talk of Elvis Presley, he died of drug. You talk of Michael Jackson, the king of pop, he died of drug. You look at many of them. I come home. What of our handsome Majek Fashek? Sometime last year, I'm sure most of you must have seen that video that went viral, where you see a young man headbutting the electric pole so seriously, as if there was an iron guide on his head, as if there was no blood on his head. He was seriously headbutting the electric pole along the road. You can see people passing by. This is as a result of drug. You see all manner of videos here and there. People who are just wrestling with their life. Some of them have already become stone dead. They are trying to revive them, pouring them water. Recently, I was somewhere at Ijegun, sorry. Recently, somewhere in Ijegun, as I was passing by, I saw a lady in a daylight, sunny day, on the road, struggling with her life. They were pouring her water. And I tried to find out what was. I thought she was knocked down by a vehicle. The people that told me she was on drug. They are just trying to revive her. A young girl. What is the joy of this drug these people are taking? I don't know if it makes them to be successful. I don't know if it makes them happy. I don't know what they derive, the benefit in taking it. But as long as I know, it brings sorrow and pain to their family they come from. Some of them, you see them almost running mad. The family have to tie them, both hands and leg, and try to see how they can revive them in any of the rehab centers. You see some of them try to attack their siblings or their parents violently because they don't even know what they are doing. Their family members' life is at risk. They are not safe because when the thing overruns them, they don't even know what they are doing. They don't even know whether they are cleaning anybody or not. They become a risk to their family. Somebody who is on drug and have been affected negatively can never be useful to his life. The person will just end up wasting his life and his generation. Some of them are so violent. When they take it, their wife becomes a punching bag, their girlfriend becomes a victim. But by the time their senses come back, you see them apologizing. I'm sorry, I never knew I did this to you. I have been close to some of them that are into it. One of the ways they import these drugs to their house is usually late in the night. You see a dispatch rider coming around after 11 to 12 in the night to deliver parcel. People around will see them You see him collecting the parcel, but they don't know what is inside his drug. By then, their parents are already sleeping. They don't collect such thing in the afternoon or during the day, because if they do, their parents may be inquisitive to say, "What is this you are ordering? What are you bringing in?" So they decide to bring it in when their parents are sleeping. And most parents too are so relaxed that instead of them to wake up in the night and move around their houses to check the rooms of their children or come close to the door of their children, they sleep as if there's nothing at stake. They don't come out from their room until the next day. But an intelligent and wise parent comes out during the wee hour of the day. Go around close to the door of your child. If he's sniffing, you will perceive unfriendly smell coming out from their room. But some of them try to suppress that unfriendly smell. They spray perfume or they spray something that that you know that is not harmful, that is good. And you think it's normal. You come yesterday night, that thing smells. You come to this smell, you come tomorrow, it smells. Common sense will tell you there's something your son is doing that makes him to spray that into the air. It's just to suppress what is going on in his room. An intelligent parent will knock on the door and sit at the edge of the bed or sit in one of the chairs in the room as if he's just trying to relax with his son. Your son will be looking at you, "Daddy, this one you're coming in by this time to stay with me. I hope all is well." You say all is well. As you are sitting there looking into his eyes, if he cannot look at you into your eyes, he's trying to turn his face away, because when they take this in, their eyes changes. When he could not look at your face, you know he's into that business. You don't hush him up, you don't challenge him, but find a very relaxed atmosphere to speak sense into him about the menace and danger of taking such hazardous drug. It's not good for their health. It will ruin them in life. The little money they are making will go into the drug, and when they become broke, they get violent, because the frustration of not getting it as at when needed will make them more angry, and they become violent. So parents, always watch where your children go. Always watch the kind of friends they have. When you see them coming in from outside, look into their eyes and see whether they are normal or there's a kind of mood they are coming in with. And sniff them to see if there's a way they are smelling. And when you notice that your child is becoming irritated, unnecessarily angry, don't take it for granted. It could be a reaction of the drug he's taking. The menace of drug is on the increase. Parents should be on alert. Parents should be watchful, especially the mood of their children when they are coming in or going out, and especially the kind of friends they keep. Because there's a common adage that says that birds of the same feather flock together. So when you are watching your children, watch the attitude, the body language, the disposition of the friends they are bringing in or going out with. You can on your own detect that these children has a questionable character, and that is enough for you to start investigating them. Do not be too relaxed, thinking your child is an adult, is living his life. As long as he's still living with you under your canopy, you have control over him. Even when he's not living under you, he's on his own. You have the right to still call him as an adult and softly talk to him and advise him. Don't close your mouth and allow your child, your daughter, to go down the drain in destruction as a result of drug they are taking. Yes, my final take on this is this. Let those that have ear, let them hear.